And welcome. So back for day 2 of the challenge. We'll go over everything in just a second, but we are basically just, setting up for day 2. I think we're about to head into nightmare difficulty. I'll do a little gear check before we get started, and then we'll see what's going on. We need the intros. That's what we need. We need the intro button. Boop. All right. So, here's my level 30 assassin. Well, it's fixed now. Alright, we gotta go get our socket quest. I'll take that mana shrine. I could really use some run walk boots. I've been like crawling around this place. I think once we get to nightmare difficulty, I think we're gonna have to do a shopping, like a serious shopping spree. We're probably just gonna have to go to what's his face, Geed and Akar and Charcy, and we're probably just gonna have to like walk back and forth and shop Geed and Charcy over and over again and see if we can find some equipment worthwhile. I don't know what the hell's going on with this Blade Fury skill, but they did something to it, and it's really weird. Like, so if you attack with Blade Fury and then you like click, I don't know how to like show it off, and then you like let go of the mouse button and click again, and like let go of the mouse button and click again. Like for some reason, it keeps firing sometimes, and like yeah, you'll be firing the attack, and then you let go of the mouse and you try and get it to stop firing, and it's still firing. Like, I don't understand what it's doing. Like, it's like it gets sticky keyed. It's like it's sticky. And, like, once you fire it, it tries to, like, keep firing it even after you stop firing it or something. And you literally will let go of the mouse completely and click again so that you can try and move to somewhere, and it won't let you move. It's a Razer mouse. Razer Mamba Elite. It's only with this skill though. It's the only thing I've had an issue with. It's like Blade Fury is sticky for some reason. I don't know about multi-clicking. I'm talking about like completely releasing the button and then it somehow still keeps firing after you release the button. Like, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it other than like to show you. Like, it's so like literally you will hold shift, right, and then fire the skill, right? So once you start firing the skill, that's when the bug comes into play. Then once you start firing the skill, if you release the mouse button and then re-click the mouse button, instead of stopping the ability, it continues to fire the ability if you press the mouse button again in short succession. So instead of allowing you to move your character, like is what it should be able doing, you can't move your character. And instead, it just fires more blades if you click the button too quickly after you release the button. It's almost as if it's like, it's sticky. Like as if my mouse is stuck or something. But it is actually stopping firing the blades when I release the mouse, though. That's the weird thing. So, like, usually when you're holding down the shift key, like if I hold down the shift key and I press the button, if I let go of the button, it will stop firing. The same thing happens with whatever this is. So if I start firing and then I let go of the button, she stops firing for a brief period of time, and then when you press the button again, she starts firing again. And what's supposed to happen is when you fire the Blade Furies and then you let go of the mouse and you click again, she's supposed to move, which does happen sometimes. But sometimes, instead of moving, she's just standing there like an idiot and continues firing the attack. You can see my hand is clearly off the keyboard and I'm not holding down the shift key. And she will literally just continue firing the ability. I don't know. It didn't used to be that way because I played through entire games with the Blade Fury Assassin. I did an entire Players 8 run with the Blade Fury Assassin a while back. And it wasn't like this before. It's almost as if they changed something with Blade Fury, and now Blade Fury is acting sticky. Like, was Blade Fury in one of the patch notes, like the recent patch notes for Diablo 2 Resurrected? Oh my god, I'm so sick of them asking me for my age when I go look at patch notes. Okay, not that one. Yep, there it is right there. Fixed an issue where Assassin's Blade Fury skill would stop channeling when the monster initially targeted died. I bet you that's what did it. I bet you that's what did it. Looks like that was in 2.74. It's terrible. And it gets me killed. Like, it's not just that I'm complaining about it because it's annoying. It's terrible. It's literally getting me killed. Like, it's legitimately killing me. Like, I'll be in combat, right? And I'll be fighting a monster. And so, like, I'll be firing Blade Furies at, say, like, Diablo or something. And then Diablo will start using his main attack. So I want to move. And I try to move, and this is what happens. Instead of stopping her Blade Fury rotation, she's continuing the Blade Fury rotation in lieu of movement, which is eventually causing me to die because I'm not moving out of the way of something that is threatening my life. There was a couple moments in the stream yesterday when I was playing the game. Literally this happened. Like, I was literally trying to get out of the way of an attack, and I was trying to move, and I couldn't move because my character was stuck in the Blade Fury animation. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take it off a click. It's the only option. So I guess this is just going to have to be throw. And I'm going to have to do, like, probably like a Z key or something. I'm probably going to have to do, like, ZX etc. We'll just have to do like Z for Blade Fury. That way when I let go of Z, it shouldn't automatically keep going, because the click key will no longer be bound to the Blade Fury key, which will prevent the Blade Fury key from reactivating when I try and move my character out of harm's way. It's sad that I gotta do that because they broke the skill, but so be it. See, now I can use Blade Fury and I can actually move after Blade Fury is used. I can't do that with the regular way. Like whenever I use it this way and I try to off click and move, she doesn't move anymore. I'm literally just like clicking the mouse repeatedly over and over again and she will not move. No hand on the shift key. She's just not moving. Man, I'm just having all sorts of trouble today, aren't I? Audio doesn't work on the stream. Character won't move when I tell her to move. It's terrible. I can't drink potions from my Heraldric Cube. Come on, why can't I drink potions from my Heraldric Cube?
Impossible.
Why? Why can't I drink potions from my Heraldric Cube? Why? Get out of my way, sucker. Ooh, an Amrune. Sick find. I think I see what they did, and I think I see why it's broken. I think I see. So basically, what it used to do was, is if you targeted a specific monster, like if you targeted this monster right here, and you held down the button, and that monster died, it would stop channeling the ability. However, the way that they have it set up now is that if you kill the monster that you're targeting, it doesn't stop when you kill the monster. In other words, the monster's death doesn't immediately end the ability. However, I also am noticing that because the monster's death doesn't end the ability, it is also preventing you from being able to move, because it's basically just reactivating the ability under a short delay. I think I know exactly what they did, actually. Like, I can actually tell you exactly what they did. They made it so that if the ability deactivates for any reason, doesn't matter what the reason is, and there's an interruption in the ability's activation, that if the button is pressed again after a short succession, that it will just reactivate the ability. So there's probably some type of delay that they put in to make it so that you have to let go of the button for a certain period of time before it counts as being deactivated. So it's probably a deactivation delay of, like, say, like 0.2 seconds or 0.3 seconds or maybe 0.5 seconds, or maybe it's a full second. I don't know. We could probably figure out what the deactivation delay is if we played around with it enough. But there definitely is, they seem to have inserted a deactivation delay into the ability, which for the most part makes the ability work smoother. But on this other side is that because it's your main click and it's the ability that you're actually moving with, it's also causing a situation where you try to let go of the mouse button to stop the ability, and it doesn't stop. So you click again to try and move your character, and you're not moving. Instead, you're just still firing Blade Fury, because the deactivation delay is a rather long delay. So my assumption is if I go back to the ability and I try it out, I probably have to stop for like a full second, like 1/1000, before I'm allowed to move. Which means that if you click the mouse and you let go of it and press it too quickly, it's never going to stop. So the deactivation delay must be like a half a second or like 0.75 of a second or something, because as long as you don't release the mouse for a prolonged period of time and then re-click, it will never let you move. If you hold shift, it still does the same thing after you release shift. So, let me give you an example. Hold on, I'm just trying to deal with the enemies so I'm not dying while I'm giving the example here. Alright. So let's say you hold the shift key down to fire the ability, right? So you're holding the shift key and then you fire the ability. And you don't have to click on the monster, we click behind the monster, alright? Then you let go of the shift key. You will still be firing because that's how the game functions. If you let go of the mouse and click it back down, it will basically still have you keep firing, but the problem is that it's a deactivation delay. So like, for instance, if I do it quickly, it won't let me move. But if I do it slowly, it'll let me move. So they added some sort of deactivation delay, and it's awful. Like, it's really awful. It basically makes it so that you can't move if you click quickly. So if you click too quickly, you'll literally just be stuck in position forever. Like, you literally will just be stuck in position forever. You can no longer move your character unless you are very deliberate and very slow about it. Like, you have to, like, almost count 1/1000 in between, like, your clicks. You got to be like, okay, all right, I'm firing. All right, 1/1000. Like, you have to literally wait a full second before you're allowed to click the mouse again. Otherwise, you can't move. It's bad. It's really bad. They need to change that back. Yeah, you're basically just stuck in animation all the time. I'm just gonna have to take it off a click. That's all I can do. I'm putting throw on my main button and I'm taking it off a click permanently. So it'll just be on the Z key and it won't be tied to my main mouse click anymore. There's nothing else I can do, because if I don't do it this way, then I'm gonna get stuck in animation and I'm gonna die over and over again. Because anytime you need to dodge an ability, anytime you need to get out of like a big pack or whatever, like, I found myself constantly getting stuck in animation, so I couldn't leave. It was happening to me yesterday, and I didn't take the time to, like, figure out what the hell was going on. But now that I've taken time to figure out what's going on, it's obviously just borked. If I die, you quit. Why are you always quitting, Charles? You sound like a quitter. I'm just saying. Like, you might have to, like, get that checked out. You sound like a quitter. You're a quitty quitter. Oh, life tap? Life tap is actually a good one for selling. It's just for Blade Fury. They put a deactivation delay on Blade Fury specifically. Your command is ended? That was so lame. I need to check that as well. Why they gotta do this? Why they do this, why they gotta do this? Why? Man, this is like all trash. You're an even greater warrior than I imagined. Peppa Doodos. No Peppa Doodos for the Cody Monster Dog today. He already did that before he came inside. We do that later. Cody. Did you want snackums? Did you want snackums? Would you like a Belvedums? Come here. Come here. Beef jerkums? I don't have any beef jerkums. Come here. Come on. Come on. Monster dog. That's the monster of a dog. You the dog and the monster dog. Are you a monster? Hello, I'm checking to see if you're a monster dog. Can you do it? Can you do a sniff test? What does it smell like? Smell good? What does it taste like? Does it got good flavors? Yeah? Ready? You ready? Just shove them in like tokens. He's a Chuck E. Cheese machine. I gotta shove him in like a token. You's dropping that on my shirt. Sure, that's rude. Just dropping on everywhere with your big old jowls. He said they're kind of dry. He said I need some waters with these. He chews only when he wants to chew. Most of the time he does not chew. I make fun of him all the time because he literally just swallows it. I don't know why he chews these. Maybe he likes to chew them. Can you clean up these crumbs that you put all over me, sir? There's a big old crumb right there. Thank you. That's grody though. It's just dropping crumbs all over everybody. That's not very nice. Alright, go lay down, buddy. Bow, 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 bow. I got so many chippies. Well, I got an am rune. That could be useful for something.
What do you need?
A battle staff with +2 to blizzard. Alright, we need to rescue the barbarians. Ring antlers. Oh, poopiness. Doo-doo antlers, that's what they are. Doo-doo. I need to actually put some points in a fade. I'll start dropping a couple points into Fade. Superior ring mail. Where's the barbarians at? We get Ralwart Tal if we rescue the barbarians, and we can use that to make a Zephyr for the Merc. That's the plan, anyway. But the barbarians are nowhere to be found. Barbarians. Bloodmaim the Slasher. Bow, 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 bow. Hey, what's up, barbarians? Watch out for the blades. Just firing shurikens all over the whole world. Where is he going exactly? Like, I don't even understand. He just started running away. It was really weird. He's like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, this is a place for poopy doos. Scale mail of dexterity. Pylum of slaying. What do you think's worth more? The scale mail or the pylum? I think the pylum's worth more. Nice, 25k in the bank. 25k, 25k, 25k in the bank, bank, bank. 25k, 25k, 25k in the bank, bank, bank. Bank, bank, bank. Tank, tank, tank. Bank, 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 tank, 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 tank.
Afternoon.
Constantly looking for better equipment because my equipment sucks balls. Glorious plated belt of equilibrium. 17% faster at recovery is nice. I think I need Anya. That's what I need. armor. It's the poopies. Ooh, a soul rune. Soul runes have a lot of good uses. Dude, what is this area? I'm getting like annihilated. Okay. A fascia. 8 to 37. That's a lot of damage. That looks like it's a exceptional base. It's not a very good one though. Ringmail of poopies. Scissors guitar of also dookies. Bunch of dookie pookies. Soul rune's good though. That's max minimum damage. That's 9 minimum damage on a weapon. If we happen to get a weapon that has a socket.
At your service.
I mean, eventually, if we do find a really good item, we're going to take it to Larzik and we're going to socket it. So, like, a really good weapon, it's probably going to get socketed. Hopefully, it gets 2 sockets, which will be really good. And we can drop some items in there. It's one of those things we'll have to play around with, but... we got soul. That's a good combination. We're level 32. We're getting to the point where we can start re-rolling the rings and the amulets. I mean, I will say that the change that they made is good for the ability if you're not using it as your movement ability. Like, it's good that it still fires sometimes when you hold down the button and let it go for a brief second, or when something dies, essentially. That is a good part of it, but, like, not being able to move is not a good part. Like, getting stuck in an animation lock because you click the mouse too fast is... Yes. Alright, so we got our Ort. We can make our Zephyr now. DD. Extra strong, extra fast. Ooh, a sacred globe. Sacred globes are good for, yep, money. 15 poison damage, 8 attack rating. 8 attack rating can go suck it. Sword sucks. Attack Crush Beast. I'm actually kind of like gathering up quite a bit of poison damage here. Got a decent amount of poison damage and cold damage and various other things like. Alright. We need to get this to a decent level where it doesn't, like... I don't know what the term I'm looking for. It doesn't wear off in like 2 seconds. You lost me for a second. Well, that sucks. I mean, somebody hit a pole out here, so who knows what the hell damage they did. Could be something to do with that. Hopefully the internet connection stays stable. Let's get my girl her bow real quick before I forget. Alright, so she's supposed to be using a Zephyr bow. So we need Ort. And we need Eth, I believe. I believe it's Ort Eth. I don't remember, actually, but... Somebody type in exclamation point Zephyr for me. Ding, 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 ding. Still got a lot of armors in here. Field plate of the Centaur. Can't ever remember how to spell it. Yeah, it's Ordeth. Okay.
I'll put that to good use.
I mean, it's crap, but at least it's something other than not crap. As in nothing. Something better than nothing. Champion Lashers. What's up, John? +1 Druid Amulet. Oh my god, impossible, impossible. because I've got the throw thing on my weapon on this side. I swear I'd just be better off with regular attack. Probably, yeah, or insight. Now that you can make insight in a bow. Ricochet or fork or piercing. Piercing would be nice with Blade Fury. I agree. Stingy, stingy, stingy ho. She a stingy, stingy yo. Stingy, stingy, stingy ho. She a stingy, stingy ho. She got them flames shooting out of her head, and she spends all her gold coins on her derriere, and she gonna take all your gold. She gonna spend it on raisin mold. She a stingy ho. She a stingy ho. Come on back, come on back. She a stingy ho. I was talking about with somebody yesterday, and I kind of want to get you guys' opinion on this. So I know in the Harry Potter universe, there's some things that don't really need to be explained, but there are a lot of subtle and very clear, like, hints to the future of the show within the past of the show, and one of the very interesting things is that, like when Snape talks to Harry for the first year and, like, scolds him and asks him a bunch of questions, turns out he's actually, like, talking about asphodel, which is a form of lily. It's from the lily family. Like, so he's literally, like, in general causing a, kind of like a future event to happen. He's, like, talking about Lily, who he loves, or, like, very psychotically, but loves. Anyway, and, like, it's a foreshadowing, right? So I was looking at the story, and I couldn't help but notice that this character. So let me pull up a picture of the character because I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. Mr. Vernon Dursley? Is it Dursleys? Are they the Dursleys? I thought they were the Dudleys. No, their son is named Dudley. He seems very, very, like, intuitively have an understanding of how magic works. Like, I don't understand exactly, and I'm still trying to, like, piece it together in my mind, but, like, when you follow the story, and if you really think about it, he not only seems to innately know when Harry has used magic, but he seems to have a strong distrust of magic to the point of, like, screaming out that magic doesn't exist, which makes me think that he had some sort of prior experience with magic and actually does indeed know that magic is real. Either A, these are my theories, either A, he is capable of detecting magic himself in a very minute way, like maybe he is on the border of, like, not being a muggle anymore. He's like very, very tinily sensitive to magic. That's theory number one. Theory number two is that he grew up with somebody who is a witch or a wizard, and that he already knows that magic is real, and he seems to be aware of what they're capable of. Lily isn't involved in this, so Vernon is on the other side of the family, and unless you count his interactions with his stepsister, essentially, after they got married, but we don't know if he had any real interaction with Lily at all. So the sister knows about magic, and that's understandable, but she never reacts this way. He didn't grow up with Lily. He is unaware of magic as far as I'm aware, and yet he seems to be intuitively like into magic to the point of like knowing exactly when it is used, like knowing what happened. Like he literally questions Harry Potter after the incident, knowing completely and full well that he was the one responsible. He doesn't know how he did it, but he seems to understand that something occurred. And it kind of like struck me because I was thinking about the entire show, like all the way through, all seven, what is it? Actually, it's 8, or is it 8 movies? I think it's 8 movies. All 8 movies. Like I'm sitting here thinking about like how he acts the entire time. And there's got to be some sort of subcontext to like maybe his sister or his mother or something, or maybe his like best friend or something did magic, and like, or maybe he is actually sensitive to magic and he's hiding it. Maybe he actually has a very small sensitivity magic, and he's hiding the fact that he knows about magic. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's something going on with Vernon. He's a little bit more than meets the eye, it seems. Actually, come to think of it, I never really researched this or not. Does a baby have the ability to do magic? Or is it only when they come of age? Can babies in the world of Harry Potter do magic? Babies in Harry Potter universe can manifest magic, although it is typically more subtle and less controlled than in older children. While usually they show magic before age 7, some, like Teddy Lupin, demonstrate it even earlier. This initial manifestation can be instinctive or accidental, driven by emotions. So maybe that's the answer to my question. Maybe the answer to the question is maybe Harry Potter was doing instinctive magic the entire time, from the time when he was a baby to the time where he was 11 years old. And maybe he became used to it and understanding that it was happening, and that Harry was the one doing the magic because he was raising Harry from a baby until he was 11 years old. So it's not that Harry was able to cast magic when he suddenly became 11 years old. He was probably instinctively casting magic from a very young age, like 1, 2, 3, like 4 years old. And so Vernon was probably dealing with it on a regular basis for nearly, 11 years at that point? Which makes a lot more sense than Harry just suddenly being able to use his magic. That makes some sense, actually. That makes some sense. Like, he probably started to become really suspicious about it, like when Harry Potter was a little kid, and Harry Potter would like cry really hard and make his diaper disappear or something. or the milk bottle would go floating across the room because Harry Potter wanted some milk. I bet you there was all sorts of weird stuff going on in a house where a baby could do magic. And who knows what age he was able to, like, manifest his magic powers, like... Somebody said maybe Vernon's a witch hunter. That sounds kind of funny, actually. Hmm. A diamond and a ring. Three-socket tower shield. Nice, level 34. Making progress. Making progress, making big progress, making progress, making big progress. Let's keep pumping this up a little bit. I need Fade to get to a point where it's not always down. He was probably driving Vernon crazy is probably what he was doing. Can you imagine, like, think about it like this. Imagine you're in a room with two babies. No one else is present. Okay? Your wife is gone somewhere else. Something weird happens, like the trolley moves across the room, or like his food disappears, or like chicken wings